Hi, this is Stephen Huer, and I have some very good news for you today regarding how to detoxify the body of chemicals, heavy metals, and drug deposits the most effectively. I've been studying nutrition for 21 years and in full-time practice for that long of a time, and I've personally had to deal with heavy metal poisoning, specifically mercury toxicity, that burdened my body in multitudinous ways, and I had to spend years learning how to recover from this. I've tried many different products over the years, and my experience will prove to be life-saving and time-saving for millions of people, because most people in America have been unfortunately poisoned by the presence of mercury from their dental fillings. Even if you don't think you've got mercury poisoning despite having silver fillings in your mouth, you have had off-gassing of mercury coming off your teeth continuously 24 hours a day, ongoing. Even if you have fillings that are 25, 35, 45 years old, it's still coming off. So I want to make you aware of the importance that the mercury fillings in people's teeth that are called silver amalgam fillings are actually extremely toxic, that your body's been exposed to them as a vapor that you've been inhaling, plus particles that you've been swallowing down into your digestive tract. Studies on this have confirmed it. You can go online to YouTube and you can watch the University of Calgary, Canada study called Mercury in Brain Neuron Degeneration. Just do that in as a search term in YouTube and you'll find that video, and you can watch that 4 or 5 minute long video. And you can also watch the International Academy of Oral Medicine and Toxicology's video showing you how mercury vapor is coming off 25-year-old fillings, and that they've put mercury fillings, radioactively tagged mercury fillings, into the teeth of both monkey and sheep, and then they will scan the monkey and sheep's body, and in 6 weeks they have mercury throughout the entire digestive tract, throughout all the organ systems, virtually throughout the entire body, based on their radioactive isotope scanning that they do of the monkey and the sheep's body. And the kidney function declines by 60%. So the consequences of mercury exposure are very, very deleterious, and they can alter your life in ways that you will be quite unhappy about. So I've spent a long time on this topic studying ways to not only safely remove mercury from the mouth, which is a whole subject in itself, but also to detoxify the mercury that's come off the teeth from your body. The body's number one mechanism for natural detoxification is glutathione. So your body's designed to produce a chemical within all the 75 trillion cells of your body called glutathione if it has all of the building blocks, which is certain trace minerals, like selenium being one of them, and also the presence of 3 amino acids inside the cell: glutamic acid, glycine, and cysteine. Those 3 amino acids, 2 of them are already naturally present in your cells abundantly because they're naturally abundant in the diet, which is glutamic acid and glycine. But the third amino acid that the body's missing is cysteine. It's a sulfur amino acid. And when the body has those 3 amino acids in the cell with the appropriate metabolic enzymes, metabolic enzymes are made as a result of minerals being connected to proteins, so you need trace minerals in your diet as well, then your body can make an abundance of glutathione throughout all 75 trillion cells. This gives every single cell the ability to neutralize a toxin when it's exposed to it, and basically then enable it to go into the circulatory system for elimination through your liver or through your kidneys. So over the years, when I first was introduced to mercury detox, I started to do DMPS and DMSA, which are man-made synthetic sulfur amino acids. They're very aggressive in their ability to bond to the heavy metal, the mercury or the cadmium, arsenic, lead, whatever it is, get it into circulation. But if your liver is not ready for the job that it's about to be given, then it's going to circulate and try and go out the kidneys, or it's going to circulate and deposit somewhere else in your body. So this is a problem when you take an aggressive chelator that's not first addressing liver function, so you can basically keep up with the work that'll be given to your organs of elimination, is that you can cause the redistribution of mercury by taking an aggressive chelator like DMPS or DMSA. I went ahead and did this method for 9 months and got very good results in terms of the overall end result, but during each dosage that I took, it was a very huge burden to my body. I was tired for 4 to 6 weeks at a time, more fatigued than normal, and I already was diagnosed with chronic fatigue and already was dealing with those symptoms, and so it was basically no fun. I also employed using a far infrared sauna during this time window, and that made it a lot easier. Every time I sat in that sauna and sweat for 45 minutes to an hour, the net result was that I'd feel much better for the next few days, and I basically do 1 to 2 saunas a week at least to help compensate for the amount of mercury that wasn't able to exit through my liver and kidneys, and I instead was using my skin as a third kidney through perspiration. So over the years after I did my 9 months of DMPS and DMSA, I then opted for a more natural approach and started to play around with different products. And you could see in the body of my newsletter what those approaches were. I came across several things over the years. You can look and see what they were and how I rate them now. I found one to be extremely effective, which was called mercury magnet. And also we used it in combination with chlorella to get a synergistic effect. And for a while there, I strongly promoted mercury magnet and chlorella as my primary heavy metal detoxification supplementation. And we got really good results. And we still have some of those, I think, testimonies on our website. But now things have continued to evolve. And 2 years ago, I was introduced to the first ever cold processed whey protein from start to finish from grass-fed cows raised by Amish farmers. And as a result, we are getting, over the last 2 years, more testimonies on successful detox of heavy metals, drug deposits, metals from other sources that are just from the workplace, rashes that people get, various inflammatory processes that occur because toxins are being removed, or anti-inflammatory effects and the joint pains going away. We're getting all these testimonies in this 2-year window ever since we introduced the One World Whey protein powder. So I've talked about this before, and I'm going to continue to talk about it extensively because people really don't get what's going on here. Your body is exposed to Fukushima radiation fallout. Your body's exposed to coal-fired power plants' mercury fallout from the sky. You're exposed to heavy metals from the environment, cadmium coming off of car tires, secondhand cigarette smoke. Your body is exposed to negative radioactivity from your electromagnetic pollution from the workplace. Your body's exposed to all kinds of free radical sources, all kinds of toxins, whether they be in the atmosphere or whether they be in the water. So it's important that you recognize that you, in this day and age, have to emphasize detoxification more than perhaps any other facet of your nutrition and your health. So if you said, okay, I can only afford this much money on my supplementation, you should be focusing on detoxification. It's the most important thing. So what one thing I found over the years is more successful at causing the body to detoxify and supporting the liver's ability to keep up with that work is this One World Whey protein powder from grass-fed cows. It is supporting the liver's ability to produce its glutathione so that it can neutralize free radicals, so the liver can take care of its filtration work. It's not preoccupied with inflammatory work, healing its own cell structures from inflammation caused by free radicals because it's got enough glutathione to deal with that. And then the rest of the body, all 75 trillion cells, are producing more optimal levels of glutathione when you take in this whey protein. And the net effect is they start downloading all the toxins you've accumulated in your cell structures throughout your entire life. So if your liver and kidneys can basically keep up with that work, all the detox work will go unnoticed, and you'll just feel better and better and better, stronger, more endurance, healthier glands, looking younger. We've got one woman that's reported how much younger her skin looks because, hey, glutathione's an antioxidant. Glutathione's going to fill up your cell structures in your skin so that your cells can basically neutralize free radicals, which prevents them from damage, so they stay and look younger. So there's a broad spectrum of benefits that people are getting as a result of taking the whey protein. One of them being this detoxification, cellular detox, liver function support so your liver can handle the filtration work, and this vast improvement in health when the cells become detoxified. Then there's this neutralization of free radicals effect, so your body's not spending all this time trying to heal protein structures that have been damaged from free radicals or toxins of some sort. Also, when you support your liver like we are with the whey protein and it functions better, it's going to produce proteins that end up helping you to repair your body more. Also be able to partly your liver regulates your pH, so you're going to regulate your pH a little bit better. Another interesting and exciting aspect of the whey protein that's recently come to my attention is that there's a muscle protein activation mechanism within our bodies. It's abbreviated by the acronym mTOR. M and then TOR, and it refers to a mechanism by which when your body gets enough of an amino acid called leucine, which is a branched chain amino acid, it's one of the 3 amino acids that make up the majority of your muscle tissue, that when you get 8 to 16 grams of this leucine per day in your diet, you're activating the ability to create protein and new muscle tissue. And we've consistently got customers calling us saying, I'm increasing in my strength and my muscle size